I wish everybody happy Valentine's Day. But every 2 years, roughly at this time, we get a Valentine of sorts from GAO, and this is Valentine really to the taxpayers of our country, because it lays out a lot of ways that we can save money and stop wasting their money. This is a bipartisan issue. You don't have to be Democrat or Republican or Independent to be opposed to wasting money, wasting the taxpayers' money. This is one of those things that sort of draws us all together. I'm pleased to be here with my three friends here before you today. And thank you very much for letting us come back over, an old recovering House member, to come back over and revisit his past.
Oh, come on, we're co-equals.
Well, I hope I am, so I will say. But I really want to thank Gene Dodaro, Comptroller General. Yesterday, this is kind of cool, because yesterday we got to be together over on the Senate side, and today we got to be together on the House side. I think the people of my state, people of California, people of Oklahoma, people from Maryland, everybody else, they want us to work together. They want us to work together across party lines, and this is a great place in which to do that. For years, I've used, Dr. Coburn and I, Tom can't be here this morning, but he cares as much about these issues and has huge respect for Gene as I do. But we've used this high-risk list as really a to-do list to achieve meaningful reform and to save scarce taxpayer dollars. And today, as our nation faces a mountain of debt and deficit, the GAO high-risk list has taken on even greater significance. By confronting this list head-on and partnering with the administration, Congress, and one another, Congress can improve the effectiveness of our government, improve the lives of millions of Americans, and be better stewards of our taxpayers' dollars. There's some progress that's been made, and I know Mr. Derrick, our Comptroller General, is going to talk about this, but some programs actually come off the high-risk list, and a couple of them are very, very important. And they, for example, some aspects of interagency contracting and efforts at the IRS to modernize its information technology and other systems for processing tax information have actually moved off of the GAO's list. And today's report is also good news for the Department of Homeland Security and those of us who've been stewards for oversight for the Department of Homeland Security. While we need to keep strengthening management, DHS, I like to say everything we do, everything they do, we can do better. DHS remains on the high-risk list, but GAO has found that DHS has made real progress in recent years, and we applaud that progress. These initiatives didn't just disappear from the high-risk list by chance. It was through concerted efforts by people who work in those agencies, by GAO, by Congress, by the administration, and is doing no small part to the work of our committees and the kind of oversight I think that we've provided. There's some repeat offenders, however, that we want to put a spotlight on, and some programs that are still on the high-risk list. And that progress should encourage us to redouble our efforts to address items that remain as those repeat offenders, and actually give us a little more time and space in which to address the repeat offenders. Problems such as waste and fraud in Medicare and Medicaid, chronic management problems at the Department of Defense, and the financial and other challenges facing the Postal Service, which we dealt with yesterday, unfortunately are all too familiar to us as perennial members of the high-risk list. These items' continued presence on the list is obviously disappointing and troubling, but it also underscores the urgent need to provide strong oversight and work with the administration to develop and implement solutions to address these risks. New additions to the high-risk list, the newcomers, the freshman class. And I also want to point out that there are two new items on the high-risk list, most notably the impact that climate change is having on federal programs and on our pocketbooks. I applaud GAO for finally recognizing that we can no longer afford to ignore the cost of climate change. After all, the first steps in solving any problem is to honestly acknowledge that there is a problem. And as our country's debate continues on how to address climate change, rising sea levels and extreme weather events like Superstorm Sandy are the new norm, unfortunately, costing our country not just in lives impacted, but also in true economic costs. GAO's report shows a clear signal that our country must start acting now to better prepare for and adapt to and mitigate climate change.